I think ever since France came to colonize Africa, it has never made it better. If I talk about France, where this statement comes from. When France was decolonizing, they decided to leave the army, a powerful army, in any place that they were, in order to suppress them if they did anything. That was not thing for us to say thank you, because they did not do what they were supposed to do. They decided that the resources, money, will be determined in France on behalf of the Africans who were freed here. I don't know what France thinks about it. We should have said, thank you very much to take our money and use it there and have the soldiers. This is what has led to the recent coups. Why should a country threaten countries in Africa as if he's talking to the small boys? You can't do this, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Don't you see something wrong there? Why? Because a country should do what it wants to do. Whoever says so, that is a problem I have been talking about all the time. Because you have a country with its own resources and everything, which says these countries are my little ones. You can do this with somebody else, we are going to be in trouble. Why? There is totally something wrong in the manner in which big countries treat the countries that are small. We are living in a world which is lopsided. It cannot be allowed. We are all human beings. There's nobody who has more eyes and more noses and more mouths. We are the same. Why can't we have the same respect to all of us? And therefore, in my view, BRICS is an important element to change the world. Why should the French forces be sitting in Africa? Why should the money be brought from France to feed us when we have got our own? That tells you that the car is turning the corner. It is a reality, it is there. I have a clear understanding of what is happening. The coups of today are not like the coups which were defeating the ends of Africa processed by Europeans. It's a coup d'etat of the Africans defending themselves, taking themselves out of the kind of what these colonies have done to us. Why would people from United States, for that matter, start a war in Russia to a country that is former Russia, which tells you it's not just a neighbor. These countries were once together. And wanted to send heavy weapons there to kill the Russians. And Biden, or whatever, is sitting there, is encouraging that, is allowing his son and himself to start businesses there, which were also to help increase the military attack of Russia. I'm not sure I can say such a man was right. It was totally out of order. Because we always say we want peace. Say UN is for peace, blah, blah, blah. But this peace is one-sided. It's not a peace that is honest, clear. And therefore, I think what I've said so far from Trump, that he cannot waste his money in Russia because they've got a country to develop. I think Africa, at this time, we've reached a point that we can, in fact, come together. We can, in fact, put Africa into our hands and develop it. You know, the obstacle is the big countries, former colonizers in particular.
The West.
The West, who would want to keep Africa down so that they are able to benefit from Africa, to control Africa. What is left is that Africa should come together, and it's better to have a country, Africa, under our control, with our resources in our hands.